Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Jasper Community. I'm Haley Harris, a holistic nutritionist here at Jasper. Before we get to our webinar, I want to share a few housekeeping notes with you. So you'll notice that everyone's mics are muted and cameras are turned off. This is intentional to keep the focus on our speakers today. Please reach out to support@hellojasper.com or write in the chat if you are experiencing any ongoing technical issues. But please note our limited capacity to address these issues while the webinar is running. And we also want you to know we are recording this webinar and we'll upload it to our website. And please make sure to include any questions you might have in that chat box, and we can address those all at the end of the presentation. So I just want to dive into a little bit about myself. I am a holistic nutritionist, like I said, here at Jasper, and also a cancer care coach. And my goal at Jasper is to guide members and caregivers through support and resources, along with being that much needed shoulder to lean on so that you or your caregiver never feel alone in this journey. And I am now going to hand it over to Chris, and he can introduce himself and we'll dive into our presentation.
Hey everybody, my name is Chris. I'm a product manager here at Jasper Health, and I specialize in our Jasper Community social capabilities, enabling members to be able to connect with each other and the community at large, as well as Care Plus, which is our clinician facing platform, enabling our care coaches to be able to work with members like yourself. But today we're here to talk about community, and it's going to be a lot of fun as we walk through and talk about what Jasper Community is and what you all as members can do within it. Jasper Community is something that just launched on January 31st within our web-based platform. You're able to access it via your computer, the web browser in your computer, as well as the browser on your phone. And we're particularly excited about the fact that we had our mobile launch yesterday, where within the Jasper app that everybody's able to use on their iPhone or Android-based device, Community is now available within there. And so a really like a seamless and easy way to be able to interact with the community on the go all day long, no matter where you are. So anyways, we can go ahead and jump into it right now. So let me click on the next slide here. I think this is actually where we should have been as Haley was doing that great introduction, followed by my own as well. But it's the two of us here today from Jasper, and really excited to be able to share everything with you here within community, as well as answer any questions that you might have during or even after the presentation. So Haley, if any questions come in through the chat as we're talking through things, as we're going through an actual walkthrough of community, please feel free to let me know because some of it, if we're on a certain screen and it's relevant at that time to answer a question about it, let's do that rather than saving it for the very end.
Okay, great.
Okay, awesome. So overall, the way we want to approach this this conversation right now, and we really do want it to be a conversation. So we're very hopeful that you all do chime in with questions within the chat and let us know what's interesting or what you have more questions about, or even ideas. I mean, we should approach this as actually kind of a fun brainstorming session as well, where we're kind of sharing with you what our initial build out and community capabilities are. But it's so important for us to be getting that member feedback. And so, based on our starting point right now, it'd be great to hear, what's a good starting place and what would be really cool in the future and where we can go from here. So like I said, I don't want it just to be a presentation. Really, hopefully we can get some good questions and get some good conversation going. But in the meantime, the way that I am going to go about presenting and sharing all of this with you all is, as we have on here within the agenda, going to show a quick intro video. It's about 1 minute long, and it just kind of shares, it's a really nice high-level overview of what Jasper Community is, and it does a great job of capturing the overall spirit and intention behind community. And so I'm going to play that for you right off the bat after I talk through the agenda here. And then immediately following that, we're going to look at a slide which is going to have kind of a broad overview of community. I don't want to spend too much time on it because what I really want to get into is the actual demo where you all can be seeing what community is, what is possible within it, as well as kind of an actual flow. I want to take you through and show you what it's like to join community and get involved. So in that way, if you're not already a member of Jasper or Jasper Community, then you kind of know what that path looks like. And then from there, we'll jump into any like sort of Q&A or open discussion, or just we'll see where things go. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to click over to the next slide here, and I'm going to get into
Jasper Health has been innovating the experience for people affected by cancer. And now it's getting even better with Jasper Community, an interactive platform for support and encouragement for people affected by cancer. With interaction from Jasper's empathetic team of care coaches, members can create their own custom profile and make meaningful connections, share stories, ask questions, document their journey, and join groups for meaningful discussions. Jasper Health is bringing the cancer community together. Members have a place to meet others on a similar journey, chat with care coaches, and gain and provide support to others. The experience people affected by cancer deserve, with others who understand. Jasper Community. Visit hellojasper.com to get started.
Awesome. So let me jump back over into the slide deck here. And that's a new video that was just put together by our marketing team. And so that was actually probably our world premiere. That was the first time we're making it public facing. So you all were the first to get to see that. I love it. It's a great video, great voiceover, kind of calling everything out. One of the things that we had in the previous video that we were using up until now was this point that I think at the very beginning is our members asked, and this is something that this is our response to it. And so Jasper Community is something that our members have been asking for. Jasper's been around for about 2 years now. We have the great planner capability. We have the incredible care coaches available for one-on-one coaching sessions and ongoing modules. But, to this point, everybody within Jasper has been kind of, using those capabilities alone or one-on-one with care coaches. The missing ingredient to this point has been enabling people to connect with each other. And then Jasper has actually grown to the point now where we have 17,000 members. And so it's a really cool opportunity to be able to enable everybody, all 17,000 people, to be able to come together and connect with each other, talk in like group forums, as well as connect one-on-one. And so that's kind of the origin story of Jasper Community, that, Jasper, we built up this great member population, and we had this awesome opportunity to connect everybody. And so that's what Jasper Community is ultimately about connecting everybody within the cancer community that's already using Jasper. Now, there's already a lot of resources out there that folks are familiar with using, like Facebook groups and War on Cancer, Patients Like Me, other forums out there. So we wanted to be really careful not to like reinvent the wheel and make it as comfortable as possible and as similar of an experience as possible relative to the other forums and areas in which you might already be participating. And so with that in mind, you can see here on the slide, a lot of these features are really common to what we might have experienced elsewhere. And like I said, that's very intentional because we wanted it to feel familiar. And so you can join groups where, you can connect with people who have the same diagnosis, or maybe they live in the same area, or they're within the same age group or the same kind of interests. And then within there, you can be having conversations and sharing things relevant to that particular group. And then those posts, you can include photos, you can include links, text, body, emojis, whatever necessary. And those can be shared within the groups, but they can also be shared within your own personal profile and blog. And so everybody will have a member profile. And then within it, you'll have a section called the member journey, which is somewhere that you can document your experience, and you can treat it as something where, you're just sharing your milestones, or it might be like your daily experience. And then everybody that you connect with in Jasper Community, they're going to be able to see when you make a new post. And so you'll be able to get that feedback and that support from everybody that you're connected to, so that when you share something, they might reply back with their own experience, or it might just be like an emoji reaction or something. But just a great opportunity to be able to have conversation around topics within groups, and then also be sharing your personal journey. In addition, we have something that we refer to as member-to-member matching. And the basic idea behind that is just that we're providing some capabilities so that you can kind of browse through our member base. I mean, we have 17,000 people. It's so many. So it's hard to browse through all of those. But our member-to-member matching kind of like narrows it down to people that are like really relevant to you, like folks on the same journey. Maybe it's the same cancer type. Maybe it's the same stage. Maybe you guys are on the same treatment. But these are all like trails going up and down a mountain. And so there might be people ahead of you, like they've already completed treatment. And so they know what that course looks like. And if you're just starting treatment, that's a great person to be able to connect with. And so that's what our member-to-member matching is all about, is finding people that are relevant to you and the journey that you yourself are on, so that you can share experiences in that way. And then in addition, our Jasper coach participation and moderation, that's something that we're really excited. We're so lucky, in fact, to be able to have our care coaching team involved in community. And that, I think, is one of the really big things that sets us apart from like Facebook groups or all of the other forums out there, is that it's not just, peer-to-peer, but we also have the fantastic expertise of the care coaches involved. And they're keeping an eye to make sure that, like, culturally, the tone of everything is as we want it to be. Make sure there's not like disinformation, misinformation, or like commercial spam, anything like. They're keeping an eye out for that, but they're also available to kind of share their coaching expertise on a like group basis, because so much of what they're doing is one-on-one, but it's great to be able to reach like kind of a wider group of people through something like community, just for that broader participation. So we're really lucky to have that. And then finally, our nonprofit partners. I mean, there are so many amazing resources out there for cancer patients, survivors, and caregivers. And, they offer these incredible services that, are covered by their donations and fundraisings, and these are available to people within the cancer community. It's just a matter of knowing what they are, and being able to get access to them. And so we're really lucky to have so many of our nonprofit partners with a group within Jasper Community. And so that's something that you all as members can kind of browse through and see what resonates and what's relevant to your particular situation. So that's something that I'll share as we get into the live demo itself. I'm going to pause here real quick, just check in with Haley. Any questions come through right now, or are we good to just keep on going into the demo?
We're good to keep on going.
Okay, great. Let's do it then. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize this a little bit just so I can reach these tabs and be able to click over into the Jasper app. So what I'm going to show you right now, this is in our demo environment, because I'm going to be creating some like dummy posts to show you kind of like how, not only am I going to show you what you can do in community, but I'm also going to show you how you can do it. So that way, when you do go in yourself, you'll have kind of some idea of how to do these things. So I don't want to be putting like these just dummy posts, so to speak, into the real community. So that's why I'm going to do it here in this demo environment. So that's all just to say that everything we're going to see right now is like not real community, but rather just kind of our demo environment. But afterwards, I actually am going to take us over into the live environment, into real Jasper Community, because I want to show you those nonprofit partners and all of those resources that I was talking about before. But first of all, I just want to show you the overall kind of capabilities of Jasper Community. So I'm going to go ahead and log in via my web browser here. Like I said, Community and Jasper all together are available, on your browser on your computer, browser on your phone, as well as the app within your phone. We're going to just be looking right now from a desktop perspective, but I'm also going to like skinny the window later to give you an idea of what it looks like in the mobile app as well. But we'll start here in desktop. So I already have an account created for Jasper. If you don't already have an account created and you want to join Jasper Community, the very first step is going to be click sign up down here, and I'll take you through that flow. But I already do have a account created, so I'm going to go ahead and log in right now. And this is going to take us to the main Jasper page. And then here I can see this is all like our traditional Jasper functionality that anybody that's already familiar with Jasper will be already familiar with. Things like the planner capabilities, the resource library, as well as the Connect tab, which is how you can chat one-on-one with care coaches. But what is new is up here in the top right, community. That's our link to community. And we also have a nice little thing right here inviting us to join community, you know, a little more visible as well. So we can just click on that. So the one point that I do want to make is that community is 100% opt-in. So like if you're kind of in a place right now, we've all been there. If you're in kind of a place right now where you just kind of want to keep using Jasper by yourself, or just want to focus in on interactions with care coaches on a one-on-one basis, there's no obligation to join community. It's something that just, if you're in that mindset and space where you do want to be engaging with the community, then this is your opportunity too. But everybody is 100% welcome to just continue using Jasper the way it is right now. So if you do want to participate in community, you click on join right here, and it's going to take you through what we call an onboarding process, where it's going to introduce what community is, and then also get you set up to use it. And so in that way, your profile that you set up for Jasper isn't necessarily what you need to show in community. And as we go through this process, you'll see that we can kind of control our level of anonymity to just however comfortable we feel with sharing things. So a few screens here at the very beginning that are just going to kind of introduce what community is. I can just click right through those. And then as I was mentioning, the care coaches are doing such a great job of helping us maintain the right kind of culture within Jasper Community, but we also want everybody to kind of read through and know what the expectations for conduct are. Is basically just like be nice. And so we're just asking everybody to please go ahead and agree and continue. Everything on there is just basically be nice, don't say bad things, that kind of thing. So we can click agree and continue. And at that point now, this is our profile setup where we're going to do the privacy controls so that, you know, we're only sharing as much as we want to share. And so, you know, I am this fake login that I created right now just for like demo purposes. The name of the patient is Ellie Williams. And I have a choice between sharing my full name, if I'm like really that comfortable, or I can go with just my first name and last initial for a little bit of anonymity. And then I just go like initials only if I really just want to be kind of like, you know, not as revealing. So for immediate purposes, I'm just going to choose kind of the in between with a first name and last initial. And for where I am, this is kind of an invitation just to, you know, you can put like your mental state or how you're feeling at that moment or where in the world you are, whatever you want it to be, as well as about me. But these are all things that we can change later on. So we're just going to kind of speed through it right now. This here, these flares, these are things that we can make visible to the community if we so choose. These are all things that we chose when we signed up for Jasper or through the course of using the planner. Like we set that our current diagnosis is breast cancer, stage 1, fertility, mind and body wellness. These are all things that we chose as interests within the Jasper app. So it's just an option here for us to be able to like pull those in. So that way, when we're connecting with other members, they can see what we're interested in. And then these also get used in what I was mentioning before about the member-to-member matching, where, you know, we're connecting people not only on the same diagnosis, but also with the same kind of interest as well. And so this is just about whether or not they're going to display on the profile. We'll just leave all these as default settings for right now and then continue right along. We can choose a profile picture, but we're going to skip that for right now. And then finally, this is where we're going to be joining some initial groups because Ellie, the member that I'm logged in as, she has breast cancer, so obviously that's relevant. Maybe Ellie lives in Hawaii, and so that becomes relevant too. A group of people in Hawaii. Cancer nutrition, everybody's always interested in how to eat healthier, so that's a good one. And then again, this particular persona that I'm logged in as, she's actually 37 years old, so she fits into this young and strong category. So these are kind of some good initial groups that are relevant to her. And at that point now, it's going to land us on our activity feed. And so this is the homepage for Jasper Community. I'll just give you a quick orientation here. This little icon just indicates that we're on the homepage, our what we call our global activity feed, where we can see all of the posts that are relevant to the groups that I've joined and the other members that I'm connected with. To the right of it is notifications. And so this right here is where I can see if I create a post and then somebody reacts to it, like applies an emoji or leaves a comment, then I will receive that notification. So that way I know when people are interacting with things that I've done or things that I posted. We have search right here. This is our inbox for messaging. So we can direct message other members and have like chats with them, same way that we were having chats with our care coaches. Right here, this is where I can click to go over into my profile and journey, which we'll do momentarily. Down below it is the your group section. These are the groups to which I am already joined and I'm already following and participating in. I can click explore all groups and I can go back and see if there's anything else that I want to join as well. Over here on the right-hand side at the very top, we can see what's on your mind. This is where we can click in order to launch what we call the post builder. And so this is us creating a new post, and we can choose whether we're going to post it to your journey, as in like this my profile, that member journey / diary kind of thing that I was talking about before, or we can post into a specific group. Now, I'll show you that in a second, but first I'm just going to show you what it looks like to interact with an existing post. And so as we scroll down through the activity feed, we can see all these different kind of posts in here, just like general greetings in the cancer nutrition group. Somebody is sharing actually it's a webinar, a webinar related to nutrition. That might have been Haley, actually. And oh, that's awesome. And then here somebody is posting a prompt, and there's going to be some conversation within it. Again, somebody here celebrating the fact that they had a clean scan. Here's an introduction from somebody. There's a meetup going on in Hawaii related to this little group here. The Young and Strong group, they're just posting about, making sure you're staying active and everything. Recipe of the day, inspirational post. Here within the breast cancer group, you can see there's this conversation here about side effects to this hormonal therapy, Arimidex. So just to kind of take a closer look at something, we're going to go ahead and click in here to the comment section. And we can see that there is all this conversation here about kind of experiences that people have been having, like joint pain, and also talking about how they've been dealing with it in terms of like OTC pain and anti-inflammatory medications and everything. One thing I want to show you with the post is whenever somebody does make a post, we have the opportunity to react to it using an emoji, and it's just like Instagram and Facebook and everywhere else. And so we have these really cool ones here, like, thanks, congrats, hopeful, and sympathy are the ones that we chose as being really relevant for our community to be able to use. So, I can go ahead and click on like, and now usually it lights up red right there. But one of the things that we were really intentional about was not showing numbers next to the emoji reactions here, because we didn't want to have like the whole popularity contest or social proof kind of thing going on. So we didn't want that additional pressure. And so that's why we're not showing the numbers there. But anytime you apply a reaction to a post, the poster, the person who made the post, they're always going to get that notification within their notification section. And so even though the general public doesn't see the numbers coming up, the person receiving it, they all see it. They see that like Chris reacted to your post or Haley reacted to your post. So they're not missing anything. It's just eliminating that popularity concept component of it. If I wanted to chime in to any one of these posts, any one of these comments right here, I can click on add a comment and I can type whatever I need to. We also have a mentioning capability to make sure that we have the ability to like call people into threads or reference them. So I might say by typing the @ again, same ways you might do in Facebook or Instagram, type @ and then I can type Haley. Haley might not be in this particular group, or actually in the demo environment. That was a problem there. But if it was Thomas Magnum, I could click on that, check this out. And I could add that comment, and then this particular user, Thomas Magnum, they would receive a notification that they were mentioned in the comment thread, and then they can take a look at it and participate in that way. So anyways, let's move on quickly and go over, take a look what a group looks like. So if this was really interesting to me, then I might go check out this group and their activity feed and see what else is in here that I might want to read about or reply to. So what I actually might go ahead and do is just create a introductory post in here introducing myself as a new member. And so I can do that right here with the What's on Your Mind little link. And this is my opportunity to kind of show you what it looks like in the post builder and how we can use all of these capabilities here. So let me do that by first orienting you to the capabilities here in the post builder. We can add a headline, text, an image, a link, and a location. If we're just like totally stumped about what to write, we can click on Get Inspired with our discussion ideas, and we get a handy little pop-up that gives us some ideas. But in this case, I just want to introduce myself. So I'm going to add a headline, and I'm going to say, hello, I'm new to the group. And from there, the next thing I'm going to do is add a longer body of text with the actual introduction. So I'll click on this text section right here, and then I already have a little intro written up. I'm going to paste that right in. And this is looking really good so far. But as a next step, I do want to add an image just to dress it up even more a little bit. Let's see, if I go over to my downloads, I have this nice photo of a rainbow. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then if Ellie is in Hawaii, then actually that's something that we can do as well. Add that as a location, or maybe she was even posting this, while in treatment and maybe going through chemo right now, kind of waiting through that process. And so she's at a hospital. So in that case, maybe she's at a medical center, the Queens Medical Center in Honolulu. And so at that point now we've added that location as well, just as kind of a point of reference. Additionally, we can add a link right here. I can click on that, paste in the URL, and that'll render really nicely. But for immediate purposes, this looks really good for our first post. So I'm going to go ahead and click on post. And after a half second where that photo is uploading, now we're going to see it come up right here. So at this point, now I posted this within the breast cancer group, and everybody else within the breast cancer group is going to have the opportunity to be able to see this, my introduction, and react to it, as well as comments. And it's a great way to get started. If I click over here to view your profile and journey, you're going to be able to see this is where if I start documenting my journey, either through like journal entries or backdating, previous milestones in my journey. So it's all going to show up over here. And in the About section, I can also see what I am sharing about myself, and I can click here to edit that and update it as well. Over here, it's going to be empty right now because I just created this account, just joined, so I don't have any notifications, but this is where they would show up. Search is where I can easily search for keywords to find relevant information. I type something like Hawaii, and it's going to show me posts where Hawaii is mentioned, groups that are relevant to it, as well as other members who have that keyword appearing within their profile. And then finally, over here, this is our direct messaging capability. And so Thomas Magnum, that was somebody that was, actually, I don't have anybody added yet. We actually do have it to make sure that not everybody's getting too much spam or anything. You can only message people that you're already connected with. And since I'm not connected with anybody yet, I can't yet send messages, but I can go over to somebody else's profile, like Nicole M. And then I can click here to send that connection request, and then she'll receive that notification, and then she can reply to it. And then we'll be able to connect one-on-one from that point. So that's kind of a quick, really quick fly through of Jasper Community. The very last thing I wanted to do was show you within the production environment all these fantastic nonprofit partners that we have and all the incredible services that we have available, or that they're offering, that are available just by connecting with them within Jasper Community. So I'm just going to click through a few at random. We have the Deep Sea Foundation. They're helping with a lot of breast reconstruction and mastectomy and other type of options. Immerman Angels, they obviously do incredible work with connecting everybody with mentors. Jack's Caregiver Coalition, and some geographic regional focused ones as well, like the Blood Cancer Foundation of Michigan. We have Thrive NV for anybody in Nevada, Twist Out Cancer, some really amazing arts related programming. So again, just so many great resources here within Jasper Community with all of our nonprofit partners, in addition to our care coach participation and being able to connect with members. And so we're at time right now. So I want to toss it back to Haley and see where we go from here, if we have to just wind down or if we have questions that we should look at.
There is one question that I think would be helpful to address. So we have somebody that wants to know if somebody can Google their name that's not a Jasper member and find any of their postings.
That is a great question. And that is something that we were so careful about when we were kind of designing Jasper Community, is we absolutely want complete privacy. And so everything is all like behind walls. Google cannot see it. Google will not index anything that you post within Jasper Community. Your name will not show up. Your post, it's all 100% private and just within Jasper Community. In addition, the only people within Jasper Community that can see what you post to your member profile, as well as your member profile, are other people that you have accepted a connection from. And so privacy was so important to us, and at every level, both with Google and the search engines, as well as other members. So you definitely have complete privacy. It's not like LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram where your name gets indexed and then people can find it on Google. Not at all the case with Jasper Community. You won't show up on Google.
Perfect. Thank you. And looks like we have one more. So how do I send an invite to a friend to join Jasper Community?
That is a great question. So let's see. I think that the most important thing is to get them onto Jasper to begin with. And so we need to get them a link to be able to create a Jasper account. And at that point, they'll be able to follow the breadcrumb trail. Because like I was saying, we have all of those invitations there where even if I click on home, as soon as you do join Jasper, then you can see join Jasper Community, and then up in the top right. So the first step is just to get that Jasper member account created. And then Haley, what is the best URL for them to do that at? Do they go to, what is the?
Hellojasper.com,
Okay.
and you can click the sign up button and it'll take you through all the steps to set up your account. And also keep in mind that caregivers are welcome to set up an account. So family members, caregivers, and we do have groups within the community to support those caregivers as well. So just want to give that little tidbit.
Awesome.
It's like we answered all the questions that came in, so we could probably wrap up and finish up. Well, I thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate taking the time to walk through community, and it's a really exciting thing. I know you're excited about it as well. So, and I just want to thank everyone who showed up today to learn a little bit more about it. And if you have any questions, again, feel free to reach out to support@hellojasper.com, and we can help answer any of those questions you might have.
Thanks, everybody. Hope to see you in Jasper Community.
Bye-bye.